Take your time, son. Get it in. All right. All right. Shalom, Israel. It's the Isupk, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. All right. We're teaching the truth since 1969. We are under Commander Jenny Hanna. We're here to teach the truth to the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. All right. That we are the true biblical Jews. Today is the law class. All right. Also, we have, broke our fast from the Day of Atonement. All right. Let me tell y'all something real quick. You know what I mean? If you're not in ISBK, you're not in the truth. All right. Put it just like that. I'm going to tell you why. Right. So, get me Hebrews 5 and 14, Bubba Shaw. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. Right. A lot of people, Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 14, right? It's this whole stigma of, hey, I'm in the truth. Just because you pick up a Bible, just because you say shalom or shalom, which is not real Hebrew, it's shalom. You know what I'm saying? You say Yahuwah, it's not really Yahuwah, it's Yahweh. You understand? It's because you say those things don't mean that you're in the truth. Don't just because you put some fringes on your t-shirt don't mean that you're in the truth. All right. We are supposed to learn from the priests of the Most High, right? That's how we have order. How you gonna have order if you just going around doing whatever the hell you want, right? You got Israelites that's outside of the school that is going to be doing a fast. They starting fast right now. When we're supposed to be doing this as a collective, under the real rulership of the Most High, the ones that actually follow Christ. Read what you got.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 14. But strong meat belongs to them that are.
Go to verse 12, Bubba Shaw. My fault. Go to verse 12.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 12. For when the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God.
Listen, I'll let you run off a little bit, but we're going to break that down. So read that part, the first part again.
For when the time ye ought to be teachers.
For the time that ye ought to be teachers, meaning before you become a teacher, before you can try to open up your mouth and try to so-called rebuke somebody and, trying to go out on the street and go teach and all of that nonsense. Read from the top.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 12. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again.
One was what?
One teach you again.
So, who's supposed to teach you again? One more time. What's your name? Athanya. All right. Get me Jeremiah, the 23rd chapter. The 23rd chapter, we're going to start at the first verse. Right? I'm going to show you how being an ISBK means that you're in the truth. Like, we are the ones, the generals put together, they put together the calendar for us, right? Any school that you are in, you go on our websites, all right? You're going to find the high holy days. We put these things together according to the Lord. Everything we do in the ISBK is according to the Lord, right? That's why you don't see us wearing fringes on our shirts, because that's not of the Lord. It's supposed to be on the borders. You understand? That's why you see us. We don't tell men, hey, you can only have one wife. You know what I'm saying? If you have more than one wife, you're sinning. No, you can have as many wives as you want. Just make sure that you using wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So we go by the law, right? And right here, we're going to show you how the Lord formed the ISBK. Read what you got, Bubba Show.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
Listen, these false teachers, such as, these fake Israelite groups, these Christian pastors, so-called spiritual leaders, the imams with the Islam and all of that, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to destroy them. And that's why their organizations, they so-called sanctuaries, the churches is going down to the ground. They evilness and their nakedness is being exposed because the Lord has done it. The COVID-19 just wasn't something out the ordinary. It was to shake the world. You know, when you shake that tree, what happens? The fruit wind up coming down. And now we're about to see what they really producing. Keep going.
Saith the Lord, therefore, it's like verse 2, therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people.
The people, the pastors that feed my people. What is they feeding? The knowledge, the help, the guidance. That's what every man and woman of Israel is supposed to do. Supposed to guide the next brother and the next sister. That's brotherhood. The Lord said, don't put a stumbling block before your brother. Christ said, be a light unto the people, unto the nations. Let your wisdom gloss off in your very essence, so that you can show the next brother, the next sister how to carry themselves. In today's society, we don't have that. In today's society, they tell us it's okay to be a whore. It's okay to just throw away a relationship just because you're not happy. Well, what is real happiness? You don't even understand what you need in a relationship to bring a strong foundation for your family, right? So with these false leaders, these false teachers, you ready?
You can finish your point.
All right. So keep reading. We're going to see what the Lord said about these people.
God, ye have scattered my flock.
Yeah, you have scattered my flock. Now all of us, instead of us worshiping the Lord, what we worshiping? Allah, moon rocks, and all types of crystals, and homosexual deities and things of that sort. You know what I'm saying? We had people that walk around with ankhs on their neck, which really is a vagina and a penis on their neck. You know what I'm saying? Ankh is private parts. You walk around with private parts on your neck. What wisdom is in that? So they have scattered us. You understand? And with that being said, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Daniela. All right, let's cut it up.
Oh, all right. Good. Hey, Shalom. What's going on? Go out in the car. And the car came in the clutch with that Mills. Lock it. Any questions in the class?
None on the line right now,
None
sir.
on the line? You got one? Go ahead, brother. Yeah, go ahead, you. Yeah.
I just had a question. So you know about the interracial marriage and stuff like that. So say if somebody was black, but they had a baby with an Asian, so would their baby want to be allowed to come up here?
Yeah, because the baby would be black, because it's the seed of the father that matters. Yeah, so whatever the father is, if the father black, then the baby black. We got tons of brother in the school who mother is of another nation and they father is Israelite, and they officers, captains, all that. It's really on the father side. Now, if you meet let's say if you meet a Asian chick and she already got kids by another Asian man, then those kids wouldn't be able to come in. But the kids you have with her can. So yeah, it determines the father and whatnot. So was that it? All right, bet. All right, so y'all know we just came out of feast of a Day of Atonement. I'm tripping. Then we came out Day of Atonement. Feast of Tabernacles is actually this Sunday. Yeah, that's the Feast of Tabernacles. Yep. Feast of Tabernacles. Yep, it's this Sunday. Of course, we're gonna have that here at the school. You got any questions? Any questions? No questions. All right. What city you from?
I'm from Fayetteville.
Oh, all right. Bet. I do, because you an officer out there, right?
Yeah.
I know when I was hearing you talk, I was like, He know too much. I think he been around. He got to be an officer. So I was like, got to be an officer. What's that crazy? But yeah, we just did the Day of Atonement, and I think today is when the Jewish people celebrate theirs. They call it like Yom Kippur or something. Say it again.
Yeah, I think it's like Yom Kippur.
Yeah. Nakar said, "Log it." Will you? Matter of fact, somebody Google what is fasting on Yom Kippur, right? I wish you could pull it up. I'm gonna let you finish though. Let's look that up, because we all know what the Day of Atonement consists of. It consists of fasting, right? The scriptures say afflicting your soul or whatnot. It started yesterday sundown to today sundown. Of course, the Jewish man, they consider this their favorite or their most important holiday or whatnot. And they, of course, all wrong and disgusting too with it. You got it? Yeah, read it for me.
It says, this is fasting on Yom Kippur on Google. The purpose of fasting on Yom Kippur, which traditionally includes abstaining from food, drink, sex, and bathing.
Now they say Yom Kippur is fasting, but you got to abstain from food, sex, drinking, and bathing, washing up, which is goddamn crazy. I just they don't wash up any other day. They just giving themselves an extra day of excuse or whatnot. I'm like, where in the hell is that in the scripture? What the scripture say about the Day of Atonement? Who knows? Let me see. That is 23, 27. Get go to it. You got it?
Leviticus 23 and 7?
I think it might be 27. Let me see. It might be 7 too. Let me see. Yeah, it's 27. Yep, 27. 23 and 27. When anybody could get it, whoever could get it, they could read it.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 27. Also, on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Yep. So you shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. What does it mean to afflict your soul? It's pretty sad. Go ahead.
Give you all.
Not in this context. When they say afflict thy soul. Let me get the precept of it. Go ahead.
It's like, it means like to cause like trouble or like pain or cause like suffering, right?
How do you call suffering to your soul?
Well, just in this holiday, you hungry, like your mind start thinking about all types of things and what you want to do instead of what I guess you're supposed to be doing. So you're like challenging your soul, I guess, to do what the Most High wants you to do.
Right, which is what?
Abstain from eating and drinking for the day, or from sundown to sundown.
Yep. You afflict your soul by not eating and drinking. Now, why is it okay? It's afflicting your soul, but not eating and drinking. How can I say it? Okay. how is it that you're afflicting your soul by not eating and drinking? Because there's a spirit behind it. So how is it afflicting your soul by not eating and drinking? Let me get this precept. Anybody want to give it a shot? Oh, I got it. Yep. Damn. All right. Oh man, I just lost it. It's you afflicting your soul because the whole purpose is you can eat and drink, right? You can eat and drink anytime you want. You forcing yourself. It's different by waking up with no money and can't eat. You know, you just ain't got no choice. You can't eat or drink. It ain't even you afflicting your soul on purpose. You just ain't got no goddamn money. Times are. But then it's another different kind of afflicting your soul where you can eat and drink and you just forcing yourself not to. Man, confession good for the soul. I was talking shit all day. So lucky for the language. Like, man, this is nothing, man. I do this. I did this like 10 years straight, man. I'm good. Man, that last 2 hours, I was like, who's that calling me? I was like, because it was like, it's a fight where it's like, you can eat, you can drink. You know, I went and did something for somebody. I had a whole case of water sitting right there, and I'm just looking like this. Every year, it seemed like it's no different. Every year, you just fight through it and fight through it. Just that's the beauty of it, because no matter how long you do it, it's always going to be a challenge, man. Always going to be a fight. Go ahead in the car.
Somebody in the comments said because the flesh wants to eat and drink.
Yeah, the flesh want to eat and drink, and you forcing it not to. Let me see. Let me go to the scripture real quick. Ain't no questions online, right?
We do.
We do. All right. Let me get this scripture. Somebody give me Isaiah 58 and 2. Yeah, we can start at 2. This is also a precept to show that fasting is afflicting your soul. You got it? Yeah, you can read it.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 2. Yet they seek me daily and delight to know my ways as a nation that did righteousness and forsook not the ordinance of their God. They ask of me the ordinance of justice. They take delight in approaching to God.
Now, this is a nation that did righteousness. They didn't forsake the ordinance of God, and they asked for the ordinance of justice, right? Read on.
Verse 3. Where have we fasted? Say they, and thou seest not.
Now they saying, look, we have fasted. Well, the Most High saying, wherefore have we fasted? They say. So they saying, look, Lord, we fasted. Read on. No, they say we fasted and you see us not. So meaning they like, look, we did what you asked us to do, and you ain't seeing us. You know, they supposed to be a righteous nation. They didn't forsake the Lord's laws. This is all the stuff, this they plead they was making to the Most High, right? And then they saying like, yo, we fast and you didn't see us. Read on.
Wherefore have we afflicted our soul?
They like, look, we fasted, man, and we afflicted, like we We fasted and we afflicted our souls. This is what they saying to the Most High. Like, look, we did what you told us to do. You don't see us. We fast and we afflict our souls. Read on.
And thou takest no knowledge.
You don't even acknowledge that we fast. This is what they said. This is what they said to the Lord. Like, you ain't even acknowledging that we fast, Lord. We afflict our souls for you, greed.
Behold, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasure.
The Lord is like, oh, read on, finish it.
And exact all your labors.
The Lord is like, yeah, y'all did fast, but in the day y'all fast, y'all found pleasure. So y'all didn't fast. Like they, of course, in the eyes of the people, it looked like they fasting. That's why I tell us in Matthew, you know, when ye fasting, don't look like it. Like, don't go to your job all like, what's wrong with you? Fasting today, man. I ain't had nothing to eat and drink in like 14 hours. Like you, and you cool. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You just want people to know that you fasting. The Lord, so around them, the people is looking like, God damn, he fasting. Yo, he a strong brother, man. I don't 24 hours? Damn, I can't do that. That's what everybody's saying. But little do they know, you somewhere in the bathroom at break eating the goddamn Reese cup and whatnot. You know what I mean? You in the bathroom washing your hands and you sneaking it. Like you finding pleasure. So it looked like you getting through it, but you really not. And the Lord is like, yeah, I didn't acknowledge y'all. Yeah, I didn't see y'all because when y'all did it, y'all found pleasure. Read on.
Verse 4. Behold, ye fast for strife and debate and to smite with the fist of wickedness.
Like, yo, you're fast. Ye fast for strife and debate. Like, that's what you fast for. You fast for just goddamn drama and trouble. That's all you did. Read on.
Ye shall not fast as ye do this day to make your voice to be heard on high.
Yeah, you didn't fast to make your voice heard to the Most High. You didn't fast for me to hear your voice. I told you to do this and do that and afflict your soul. I would hear you. You know, you didn't do that. So how in the hell you expect me to hear you when you didn't even fast? Read on.
Isaiah 58, verse 5. It is such a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul. Is it to bow down? Is it to bow down his head and as bulrush and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Wilt thou call this a fast and an acceptable day to the Lord?
The Lord asking the question, like, look, is this fast like me asking you to afflict your soul? Is me asking you to bow down your head, put on sackcloth, put ashes on your head? I'm not asking you to do none of that. Read on.
Verse 6. Is not this the fast that I have chosen, to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke?
See, the Lord, what people don't realize, especially Christians, is that the Lord, what he asks us to do is really not much. Like, it's not hard. He just asks us to eat this, don't eat that. Do this, don't do that. Say this, don't say that. That's all he asks. Just simple stuff. Hey, don't eat for 24 hours. That's all I'm asking. Sundown to sundown. That's all I'm asking. And people still make it like it's the worst thing in the world to do. When it's all the stuff you did, you know, here's a chance for me to forgive you. You know, just fast. Just fast, and it'll be a day of atonement for everything, for all the stuff that you wanted to get forgiven for, whatnot. And it's a day to remember, to keep the tradition. That's all he asks. And people can't even do that. People can't even do that. They try, like the Jewish man, they try to do that and they don't even goddamn wash up. And even when you read further on that section on Google, it say, although everyone don't keep that tradition. So it's like religion allow you to do what you want. Like, so it tells you to fast, but you could pick and choose. If you want to wash up, wash up. I mean, which is just crazy. Like, why is it a day where you just don't wash up? So I'm assuming that including brushing your teeth, all that, like what you can't do nothing, no deodorant, no nothing. So I just don't get it. That's just goddamn disgusting. And even with Muslims too, Muslims try to do it, but of course they don't do it the right way. Like Muhammad, did that for the sake of just trying to be better than the Israelites. That was the whole point of him setting up Ramadan or whatnot, and fasting from, what is it, sun up to sundown or something like that? Sun up, sundown? Yeah, that's like 12 hours or something like that. All right, that is not nothing. All right, doing that 12 hours that is not nothing. Like that is, and doing it every day, like consistent like that, you just gonna get used to it. Like you gotta do it for 30 days, sun up to evening. By like day 10, it's gonna be nothing. Like it's almost you used to it. And really in the fitness world, that's called intermittent fasting, man. That's not nothing. Like people that work out do that all the time as a routine to lose weight. Don't eat. They don't eat from the time they get up until evening. And then when the sun go down, that's when they eat. They eat from when the sun down until the sun come back. Like people in the fitness world do that. They do it with ease. People that's preparing for shows like bodybuilding and all that, they don't eat for 18 hours or something. No, I think it's like 16 hours out the day or something like that. So it's just like they just set that. Muhammad just did that for the sole purpose of wanting to do it better than the Israelites. And in the book From Babylon to Timbuktu, of course, it tells you that. It goes into it. He set it up that way because he seen the Israelites doing it one day, so he made it 30 days or whatnot, made it a whole month just to try to seem like they was better than us or whatnot. Read on. Go ahead, Nicole.
Yeah, I think that was heavy. If you don't know about this Israelite culture, you'll never know the truth about Muhammad. You know what I mean? Like how he took Ramadan from us during the Day of Atonement. Like I remember I found that out. I was like, say what? You know what I mean? Like, he was culturing like that. You know what I mean? And I just think that's crazy because, like, I used to do that fast. I never did Ramadan. I think I did it. I don't think I did it. But I tried that type of fast, and it's like if you never did it before, it's a little challenging. But like doing like the Lord's fast, it's a little bit more intense. Right.
Yeah, they call it 16 and 8, meaning 16 hours out the day you don't eat. No, 8 hours out the day you don't eat. 16 hours you can. So this is just weird. Read on.
We gotta say 58, chapter 58, verse 7. Is it not to give thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house? When thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hide not thyself from thine own flesh, then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thy health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of the Lord shall be thy reward.
That's the reward that you're gonna get. The glory of the Lord. You're supposed to do all that or whatnot, but basically they was asking the Most High the whole point of it, they was asking him why he, wasn't acknowledging them, even though they was fasting, and really they wasn't. It's the same thing with Islam. Y'all really not fasting. And the day of fasting, you finding pleasure. That's all. Go ahead.
It's like, I think it's so heavy because when you go into like the Baptists and all of them, and they fast, whatever they fast is, I'm gonna stay away from eating candy.
Right. No TV.
No TV, something like that, and show you how weak that religion and how their foundation stands on nothing, because it's all about feelings and what they feel like doing, not what the Most High want, how you should serve the Most High, how you want you to serve Him. It's
right.
About selfishness.
Right. Yeah, they let you pick and choose. Like, I ain't gonna watch TV. Well, I know a lot of niggas in the hood who couldn't afford TV. So they was fasting every day by not, watching TV. They pick not watching TV. Some pick not using a phone. I mean, they just pick and choose stuff that they used to. Work on a slavery, can't use your phone. 8 hours. So, I mean, they ain't doing the real thing that what's really going to matter, what's really going to cause some pain, which is you not eating and drinking. Try that for 24 hours. I don't give a damn what you say. I mean, that ain't your phone and all that. That's cool. Not eating candy. That's fine. All right, cool. But try it for 24 hours, man. That's all, and then get back at us. But you say it was a question online?
Come. Online. So can I get a breakdown on number 6? What's the reason would someone choose to be a Nazarite?
Okay, let's get it. It's number 6. Ask him, is there a specific verse, or he just want to know? Hold on, let me see. Why would someone choose to be a Nazarite? That's the question. All right, let me get the verse where it talks about it. I think it's the whole verse. Hold on. Okay, let's start at 1.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 6, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when either man or woman shall separate themselves to vow a vow of a Nazarite, to separate themselves unto the Lord.
Now, so the answer, question, what would be the reason someone would be a Nazarite? That's what he said, would want to be a Nazarite? Is because they're choosing to make a vow they're choosing, to separate themselves unto the Lord. They're making a vow to separate themselves unto the Lord, right? So you want to be a Nazarite, you separate yourself from the Lord. Of course, he's going to get into it, but to give it like a little brief is, someone who just strictly dedicate themselves to the Lord, man or woman. You might get a sister. Matter of fact, let's read, because I'm going to go into it.
Verse 3.
I'm about to read it.
He shall separate himself from wine and strong drink.
See, when you're a Nazarite and you vow yourself unto the Lord, you got to separate yourself from wine and strong drink. No liquor, no wine. You mean? And you can't drink no liquor and no goddamn wine. Read.
And shall drink no vinegar of wine or vinegar of strong drink. Neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat moist grapes or dry. Now,
anything that got to do with alcohol, you can't touch. Ain't no getting around it. You know what I mean? You ain't about to not just drink wine, but you're going to drink liquor. You can't just not drink liquor, but you drink wine. You know what I mean? You can't drink the vinegar of wine is the Lord is no out to it. Like it's once you make that vow, liquor is out of the question. Read on.
All the days of his separation shall he eat nothing that is made of the vine tree, from the kernels even to the husk. All the days of the vow of his separation, there shall no razor come upon his head until the day.
Oh, read that again, Shalakia.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 6, verse 5. All the days of the vow of his separation, there shall no razor come upon his head.
Now, and Shalakia. So do y'all know why it say, and don't drink the vinegar of wine nor the vinegar of strong drink?
The vinegar of wine, that's like old wine, right? Or it can contain alcohol.
Yeah, it's vinegar that's made from wine.
That's like cooking, like you use that for like a cherry shower or
Yeah,
or,
you can't even cook with that.
Yeah, like a cooking wine. They got cooking wine.
Yeah, yup. Cooking wine is some of it might be some type of vinegars that have wine in it or whatnot. So even when you go to cook your food, you can't use vinegar that's made from wine, or you can't use, or what else to say? You can't use any liquor of grapes. So any grapes that's made from liquor, you can't do none of that. Read on.
Verse 5, all the days of the vow of his separation, there shall no razor come upon his head.
Now, what is the vow of your separation? How long is that? Remember, you make a vow to the Lord to be separate unto the Lord. So meaning you making a vow to the Lord to dedicate your life strictly unto him. How long is that? Let me see.
Until the days fulfilled, so until the end of the earth.
Nope. What you was gonna say?
I was gonna say for life.
Nope.
Hold on. So say it one more time.
What does it mean when it says, what is the vow of his separation?
The vow of separation. What is it? It's meaning that he's gonna serve the Lord completely. Like it's a different type of dedication.
Go ahead. Let me see.
This is why I was about to say, is it that same process of wearing that all black?
Yeah. It's until the time is up.
Yeah.
Until the time is up. So is you might come to him and say, hey, I wanna, you could do it until you die. Like you could come and say, hey, I want to do this forever, or you could be like, hey, I want to do this until 10 years. So for 10 years, I want to be a Nazarite or whatnot. Or you could just be a Nazarite forever. I mean, it's until this time is fulfilled, whatever time that you pick. Read on.
Until the days be fulfilled, in which he separated himself unto the Lord, he shall be holy, and shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow.
He shall, let his hair grow. He can't do nothing. He don't have the option to cut his hair. You gotta let your hair grow. I mean, read on.
Verse 6, all the days that he separated himself unto the Lord, he shall come at no dead body.
As long as he's a Nazarite, he can't even come near a dead body. He can't come near no dead body. Read.
He shall not make himself unclean for his father.
He can't even make himself unclean for his father. His father died. He can't go to the funeral. Read.
Or for his mother.
His mother died. He can't go to the funeral. Go ahead, Nicole.
A Christian wouldn't be able to understand it. This is like total dedication. Like like this weekend, I got a cousin that died in the world. His memorial is on Saturday. Now with me, you know, being in the school and having to do the work of the Lord, I'm like, am I going to go to that or I'm going to go to camp? You know what I'm saying? It's like that certain type of dedication is like, you got work to do. You know what I mean? You can't be unclean for 7 days. Like that's deep. Being unclean for 7 days.
You got duty to do. You can't miss a day. You can't take a risk being unclean. You got a duty to do. So 7 days is a lot for a Nazarite who made himself separate unto the Lord. You know, might need you in that 7 days. Read on.
For his brother or for his sister, when they die.
When they die, he can't make himself unclean for any of them. He can't even go near their bodies. Read.
Because the consecration of his God is upon his head. Verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
All the days of his separation, he is holy unto the Lord.
All the days of his separation, he holy unto the Lord. Read.
And if any man die very suddenly by him, and he hath defiled the head of his consecration, then he shall shave his head in the day of his cleansing.
So even if he's around somebody and they just suddenly die around him, okay, now you unclean. So you unclean for 7 days. On that 8th day, now you got to shave your head. Read. And when it says shave your head, it's not talking about, because I see and I hear a lot of Christians, and the question came up a lot. If we can't shave our heads bald, then why can a Nazarite can? But this is not saying shave his head bald. It says shave his head. It ain't telling them to make baldness. You can shave your head and it still have some goddamn hair or whatnot. Shaving your hair is just a form of cutting your hair. It's just a term of mean cutting your hair. They see shave and they think when people get baldies, when it's shaving your head is just another term that they use for cutting your hair. So in the days of his uncleanness, that 8th day when he become clean, he gotta cut his hair off now. He gotta cut his hair. He can't make baldness because it's against the law, but he gotta cut his hair. He gotta cut them braids off. Read.
And on the 8th day he shall bring 2 turtles or 2 young pigeons to the priest, to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the priest shall offer the one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering, and make atonement for him, for that he sinned by the dead, and shall hallow his head that same day.
Right. So now because somebody dropped dead, like that's how serious the Nazarite job is. Somebody dropped dead while he was there. He had to shave his head and give a offering, a burnt offering, because they considered that a sin. Somebody dropped dead next to him, like somebody just suddenly died. He had to shave his head and give a burnt offering. Read.
Verse 12. And he shall consecrate unto the Lord the days of his separation, and shall bring a lamb of the first year for a trespass offering. But the days that were before shall be lost, because his separation was defiled.
Right. So now, the days that he was a Nazarite before, it don't mean nothing now because his vow was defiled. Somebody died near him. So now you can't even be a Nazarite because somebody died near you. So now you was a Nazarite for 20 years. It don't even matter no more. Somebody died near you. You became unclean. Read.
And this is the new law of the Nazarite. When the days of his separation are fulfilled, he shall be brought unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and he shall offer his offerings, his offering unto the Lord.
See, and it says, it says, and this is the law of the Nazarite, when the days of his separation are fulfilled. So meaning, when whatever agreement he had, when it's fulfilled, now he got to come unto the congregation. So this is how you know the vow ain't until he died. Because when he fulfilled his days of being a Nazarite, he come to the congregation. Read on.
And he shall offer his offering unto the Lord, one eland of the first year without blemish for a burnt offering, and one ewe lamb of the first year without blemish for a sin offering, and one ram without blemish for peace offerings.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 15, and a basket of unleavened bread, cakes of fine flour mingled with oil, and wafers of unleavened bread anointed with oil, and their meat offering, and their drink offerings. Verse 16, and the priest shall bring them before the Lord, and shall offer his sin offering and his burnt offering. Verse 17, and he shall offer the ram for a sacrifice of peace offering.
All right, but that's pretty much it. That's just going into what he need to bring. So that was the whole purpose of being a Nazarite, was to make a vow to the Lord, and you just strictly dedicate yourself to the Lord. Nothing else. You don't get no wife, you don't have no kids, because you can't make yourself unclean. So because you can't make yourself unclean, you can't get no wife. You got to watch who you're around. You know what I mean? You just strictly dedicating yourself unto the work of the Lord, nothing else. I know Capricorn, I believe both his sons is Nazarite. He did the Nazarite vow for both his sons. So, and most of the time, that's how it would happen. The father would bring the son in the tabernacle, make him a Nazarite, or to bring the daughter, make her a Nazarite, and that's how it'd be. And the daughter would just get no husband, no nothing. She would just strictly dedicate herself to the work of the Lord. Same thing for the child. Dedicate himself to the work of the Lord. He don't know nobody out there. He just in here. Because he is nothing he can do. He can't make himself unclean. So he just strictly for the Lord. And that's a vow that you make. You come before the priest, make the vow, bam, he's a Nazarite. Go ahead.
So you saying that Cat did that vow for him?
Yeah, his sons was little babies. He brought them up in the jungles. They did the blessing for the Nazarite, and yeah, he got two sons, and they both Nazarites. Yep. When they both was born, he came in and brought them in here.
So
Made them Nazarite.
they got a time period?
I don't know. I don't know what was discussed, so I don't know if they do or not. I mean, I just seen it, and he made both his sons Nazarites. So yeah, so maybe they just strictly dedicated forever. Man, that's just how it goes. So that's the purpose of being a Nazarite is just vowing yourself to make a dedication to the Lord. And when you make a vow, how do you make a vow with the Lord?
You go before the priest, let them know.
Yep, you got to go before the priest.
Mm-hmm. The council, they might tell you no.
Yeah.
The same way like a husband would, his daughter or his wife.
Right.
Or like his son, he might, they're coming to him and be like, hey, I want to make a vow. The husband like, shut your mouth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You talking out of emotion. Or he might just like, yeah, good. That's good for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Make that vow, but same way.
Yeah, same way. Yeah, you got to go to the priest, because the priests will be the ones to give you the advice. They might be like, "This nigga crazy." Nah, nope, we ain't standing for that. Hell no. You want to fast for how long? 40 days and 40 nights? Go sweep the floor out there or something, Mark. What the hell is you talking about? Hell no. Right. That ain't sitting in your room like, Lord, please, Lord, I promise I won't do it again. Nah, that don't matter. That's why you keep getting caught. You sitting there like, damn, man. Right before you walk in that courtroom, you like, please, Lord, just let me go free. Just let me go free, and I'll never do it again. And you walk in the courtroom and get locked up. You ain't make no vow to the Lord. Because let's say if he do let you go free, you don't got to keep that vow. Who the hell heard you? Nobody can hold you to it. I can hold you to it. The Lord ain't gonna come down like, hey, yo, he made a vow, he ain't keeping it. No, who the hell are you? You got to go to the priest. I mean, the priests got to be the ones to hear it. So if they say, all right, you want to do that? Sure. They're going to hold you to it. I mean, whatever vow you make, the priest going to hold you to it because you're making it to the Most High or whatnot. So is there any more questions online? Any more questions online? Any questions in the room? No questions in the room. All right. Man, let me get this. All right, let me get Romans 13:1. Let me get Romans 13:1. Let me see. Hold on. Not 13:1. Hold on. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, you can read. Hold on. Yeah, you can read that until I get this. Hold on. Whoever get it.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God.
Mm-hmm.
The powers that be are ordained of God.
Hold on. Salaki, read that again. Salaki.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God.
What do that mean? Somebody tell me what that means. Tell me what that means. So that's what we're gonna go to next. Go ahead.
It's saying like, let every soul be subject to the higher power. That's talking about the priests and officers of earth, right? That's the higher powers. And it's saying, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. It's saying the powers that these priests and prophets had is because of the Most High. The Most High gave it to them.
Right. And what's this famous for that people like to use this for? This is, so people use this. They use a few more. Go ahead.
The law of the land.
Yeah, you gotta obey the law of the land. When they don't even goddamn obey the law of the land. You just the law of the land. You about to so I can you be back up on that phone real quick? Water. What verse you stop at?
Verse 2.
Verse 2? All right, yeah, read on.
Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
Yeah, like when we had these classes, man, this ain't something that we up here, the water. This ain't something that we up here just telling you because we pulled it out of thin air and whatnot. Like, we ain't just open this and we ain't freestyling. Like, everything we up here teaching is what we learned. So what we telling you is coming from the Most High. We reading it right out the scriptures. Like, we ain't, just telling you what we feel. Like, we all at one point in time struggle with hearing certain things that we got to stop doing and didn't like it. Ate at us. I mean, came into school and then went home and sat there and thought, like, I don't think I'm going back. Try to find every excuse. Like, nah, them niggas is wrong. Really? I like hoes. That's why. And now I'm going to make it about, you know, man, I don't know, man. Them niggas is crazy, man. Them niggas, I don't know. He did cuss up there. That ain't no God. He sat up there and he said a curse word, man. I don't know men of God who curse. Nah, I ain't going back. Nah, yeah, I ain't going back. Let me get on Backpage real quick. See if they got that $40 special. Yup. Nigga, that's all. You was, everything was going good. Like when we say, yeah, you know it's wrong to murder. Yeah, yup. That's wrong to murder. Yeah, you know it's wrong to steal. Mm-hmm. And it's wrong to sleep with another man's wife. What? Nah, man, hold on. Cause he thinking about that shorty he been trying to hit. He knows she got a man. He like, yeah, man, y'all look, y'all better get right. The Lord gonna kill y'all ass. He sitting there like, he said ass. I ain't coming back here. This nigga cursing up there, man. Cursing. Then he get home. Hey, sit your asses down. Sit down. God damn kids running up. It's like you just needed any excuse not to come back. So like you had your hand up.
No, that's what I was gonna say. That's our issue with our people. As soon as they hear you can't eat pork and crab and lobster, that's when they, hell nah.
Yeah, you know how many people I done had conversations with, like, yeah, hey, is it a sin to smoke? Yeah, it's a sin to smoke. You can't smoke. Nah, y'all ain't right. What you mean? Cause y'all be drinking though. It's not a sin to drink. Yes, it is. All right, show me. Nope, I know it's in there. My grandmama told me. It's like, nah, I ain't going back. Them niggas be drinking. What? Us drinking stopping you from learning the Bible? No, it's the weed that got you. What we telling you is with the Lord is coming from the Lord. So not listening to us is not listening to the Lord. And it's sad, but our people, they don't like to hear that, especially when there's, you know, some nigga up there sitting on the podium who ain't got no money and don't look like no money. He ain't driving no nice fancy car. You know, I'm sitting in the building and they giving us waters. You know, it's like, what the hell? Like they out there drinking out of red cups and all that, no glasses. Pastor got a whole big ass pimp cup right here. He pick up like this with his two fingers and sip the whole time he talking. We up here with red cups and got to run back and forth to the store to get waters and give you a separate cup with ice in it with a water to make it cold. They like, I ain't listening to these ghetto ass niggas, man. I hear him, but he do not know what he talking about. And Lord forbid you up here and you say something like, yeah, man, I came into the school, man, it's crazy because I dropped out. And then when I came into the school helped me get my GED. Now they looking like, so this is a goddamn dropout telling me not to eat no goddamn shrimp, crab, and lobster. My pastor got 4 degrees. He's a doctor. He got a big house. I seen this nigga getting off the train. He a dropout. Like, I ain't listening to this nigga. Anything not to eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. And then what happened? You got a court date coming up and you go to pray. Lord, please, Lord, please. And then your ass sitting in jail. And then what you do? Now we got to send you books. Now you finally writing us. You know what I mean? Now you finally want to listen. I remember I seen a meme where it said, man, I ain't never going back to church, man. I prayed before I walked in and still went to jail. I was like, see, that's what the hell you get. I think the car had his hand up first.
I was just talking to a brother, you know, of mine, you know, that's in the world. And he I want to say this too, like, for brothers that's in the school, you know what I'm saying, you want to be careful what you put on the internet. Because I got a phone, I got a message. Mm-hmm. It was about birthdays. You know what I'm saying? And brother was commenting, he hit me up. He's like, yo, what's this? I was like, dang, ain't really supposed to be going down.
Right.
Going west.
Right.
So then he was like, we got to talk. I'm like, so you know how we handle things in school.
Right.
We handle it in-house. You know what I mean? Hey, it's logic. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. You know how we handle the protocol. So he was like, see, I would love to join the school as soon as I heard that. I said,
Then I would love to join the school, but
yeah, so it was like, I'd love to join the school, but, you know, seeing something like that, you know, like, it makes me wonder, you know, if I'm out there at camp with y'all or something like that, you know, is everybody gonna be on the same time? I said, you can't even keep a high holy day.
right.
You coming at that man, he went through the steps that he had to. The only thing it is some correction and everything is back on board, but you can't even keep a simple high holy day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You a simple high holy day, you can't keep a track of that.
Right.
So who is you to try to come at this man? I said it ain't about him. It's about you.
Right.
You focus on you. Don't try to focus on that brother. And it was like, you're right. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you trying to find any excuse to validate your disobedience unto the Lord. That's all. But again, you end up in jail. You know, you wind up, you know, losing your cool in the situation. You know, find something. I mean, we see it all the time, sir. How many times we've been at camp? You know what I mean? Camp. Man, forget y'all.
Right.
You know what I mean? He going crazy. And then we don't see that brother for a couple months. So, yeah. And the next time we see him, they all looking like they put some weight on and all that. Like, you know what I mean? They kind of detox. And we be like, dang, bro, where you been at? Y'all was locked up.
Right. It was booked. Yeah, that's some real rap. You had your hand up, brother?
No, I was gonna say what's so heavy about what you're bringing out is like with brothers and sisters, like they stuck in the jam, like say, like you gave a good example, like he went to jail, now he trying to get information because he found out he called the pastor when he was at his court date, pastor to say, I'll just pray on you.
Right.
And then you call the pastor, hey, my grandma light bill's going on. What's up with all them ties grandma gave you? Can you help us? And he's like, we'll pray on it. We'll pray on it. He got your suit on. He got $400,000 worth of jewelry, y'all. He talking about let's pray on it. My bills gotta get paid.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Gonna go off. And that's why I think what's going on in the world today, brothers and sisters, is really lost. Like you see the rate of Christianity really going down, and like Black, Hispanics, and Indians are just forgetting the Bible in general because of that. Because of what the past has done to them growing up, whether that's like molestation or just to like them finding out that what they're teaching is so stupid, it won't even make sense, that they just going into anything like our sisters going into crystals and witchcraft, which don't even make sense nowadays. And brothers going into this African and Islam and all types of dumbass, and how these pastors leading us astray.
Yeah, that's a fact. Cause I remember, man, when I was like 10, my house had caught on fire and burned down, and we lost everything. Like the only thing that we had was what we left out the house with, like the clothes and shoes. Like we end up going for a ride in the car or whatnot. Went for a ride to the park or whatnot. By the time we got back, house was burned down. Fire department sprayed it down. You know, we lost everything. Man, we went to church that Sunday, man. I'll never forget. Went to church that Sunday. Mind you, we ain't have nowhere to go, no money, no nothing. Like, we just lost everything. The safe my mom had somehow ended up getting burnt or whatnot. And, like, we just lost everything. So, I remember, you know, the whole service went on. Next thing you know, they was like, okay, before we close it out, we wanted to, you know, let everyone know something happened to the to a family that's members of our church. So they called us all up to the front of the church or whatnot, and they was like, yeah, it was 6 of us. It was 6 kids, including my mom and my stepdad. Man, Malaki was like probably 3 at this time, like 3 or 4 at this time. He probably didn't even remember. He was a baby. So they call us up there. We standing in front of the church. They telling the story. They said, yeah, the pastor was like, they got nowhere to go. They're going to leave here and have nowhere to go. We got to fix that. Everyone, we have to fix that. So here's what we're going to do. Gave my mom an envelope. It's like, you open that envelope when you leave. Because what we're going to do, we're going to say a prayer for y'all up here. They sat up there, say the prayer. We all happy. We were like, oh, snap. I wonder what he gave us. Oh, snap. So they asked my mom, they said, hey, what y'all doing when y'all leave here? She was like, man, we got enough money to get a hotel for like 3-4 days. And then after that, I don't know. Hopefully that give me enough time to find a family member that we can stay with so I can stack some money up to get a new house. So he was like, okay. So they said the prayers and everything. I remember we standing up there and said the prayers. So it was the end of it. As we leaving out, I see my mom opening the envelope and she paused in the middle of the door and go, folded it up, put it in her pocketbook. I was like, come on, y'all. We left out. We like, what the hell going on? We get in the car. My step pop like, what's going on? She was like, I can laugh there because it's funny there, but she was like, that was a goddamn gift certificate for Payless, $20 gift certificate for Payless. In that goddamn envelope. She pulled it out, showed it to him. He pulled it out. He was like, what the fuck we gonna do with $20 in it? It's locking for my language. He's like, what the we gonna do with $20 and there's 6 goddamn kids back there? My mom still trying to keep it. She like, no, it's a blessing. Let's keep my stepfather. Snap it. No, what we gonna do with $20? He pissed. He's like, we ain't even got nowhere to go. Man, they just said a goddamn prayer and gave us $20. Man, he was pissed. I was sitting in the back like, man, my house was across the street from my school. So I'm like, man, everybody gonna see my house burned down. They know I live there. They gonna make fun of me when I go to school. And I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm gonna have to go to school in the clothes that I got on now for the rest of the week because we ain't got no money. I was like, man, I hate church, man. I hate church. I never want to go back. I was pissed. I was pissed off. I'm like, all they did was say a goddamn prayer. And that was it. And no money, no nothing, no help, no nothing. I think they maybe gave us like a bag of clothes or something like that or whatnot. Like a member ended up giving us like a bag of clothes or whatnot, a bag like all the clothes that they wear or something like that. And Salakia, they gave us a bag of clothes. And I still remember we going through it and we sorted it out to see who can fit what. Man, they gave us underwear and all that, and the clothes was used. They gave us, we pulled out a pair of white underwear, and it had, looked like somebody dropped a Snickers in that joint or something. I was like, God. Nope, I was like, I'm going to school free balling. I ain't putting these on. Get the hell out of here. Nope. But that just shows you the evenness of it, man. Like they make our people believe that they got our back or whatnot, have us in church, giving all your money, lights off, rent due, bills due, no way to eat, but you giving all your money because you believe in a miracle. And then when something happened where you really need their help, all they do is just, we're going to pray for you. We're going to say a prayer. Bow your head and say a prayer. As if that's what got them what they got today. Like you got what you got today because of the people in the church or whatnot. You prayed and then people in the church gave you what the hell you wanted. But you want us to pray and it drop out the sky. What sense does that make? Like you like they know what it means. Like, okay, they say a prayer and then they come to church, the congregation give them whatever the hell they asking for, and they look at it as a blessing. You need $200 for a bill. Hey, pray for it. As if you're going to get a check in the mail randomly one day. A check in the mail with your name on it, $200 to pay your bill. But Negro, if you need a blessing, I got to give you my money. That's the blessing. But you can't give me the money when I need it too? Like that just showed you. Somebody had a hand up? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean,
that's unfortunate, and it's like it's crazy because it seems as though that the congregation, you know, the people that was there did more than what the pastor did. You know, at least they can't do with some clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like the pastor ain't say, "Yo, we're gonna go back to the crib. We're gonna try to find some clothes, the balls." You know what I mean? Like we, like in here, you know, we have a lot of resources, but like we still want to try to get you right. We want to try to get a care package, community, Jimmy Holland going sock into your pockets. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna help. We're gonna be hands on, and that's what we need. And that's why the Lord, you know, exposing their wickedness, and that's why they losing the money. You know what I mean? They got listen. Isupk got TD Jakes trying to spit some controversial, telling black women to pretty much shut their mouth. Why? Because
he did that.
Yeah, so recently
Was he the one that came out admitting he was wrong about the tithes?
No, that's
Creflo. Oh, so they all
everybody because
they all backtracking.
So you know the Lord working okay, so now it's like we shaking the earth, so it's like
so he told in one of his speakings, he said to shut their goddamn mouth.
He was like, listen, y'all females need to learn how to stop being so masculine. That's why I said shut their mouth. So when you saying like something like that, the whole goddamn the whole Christian woman base was like TD, and now I think he's trying to pass it down to his daughter.
Oh, that's why he did that.
Yeah, because he was getting a lot of backlash. Because what he was trying to do is
pass it to the woman king.
He was trying to cater this. All right, this is the whole finesse, right? So right now, red pill content is money. Like that, he get that money, he get that revenue off of the internet. So when he trying to get the men in the congregation, they start coming in like the younger men that's gullible and stupid, right? And also he's trying to appear like he trying to come off like we do. You know what I mean? And trying to get the men.
He trying to put his foot down, right? Yeah. Trying to be masculine to at least get some. Because they know them women start disappearing out them churches after a while.
Right.
Because they come there looking for men.
Exactly.
That's all.
He tried to call himself having supposedly trying to keep it Israel inside his church. I guess they had like the scrolls and the horn, and the, the altar and all that. He tried.
That's Old Testament. Why he doing that? He don't even believe in that. That's back then. What he doing with the horn and all that? That's back then. That ain't New Testament. You know what I mean? That's back then. Nah, man, that's some. And to even pass it down to his daughter was just like I know they read the whole Bible. Like I know they read it, Genesis to Revelation. You mean to tell me you didn't read the part where it said a woman can't teach? Like they love bending the rules when it comes to benefiting them. It ain't even written in the Bible as a parable. Like it ain't even something that need a precept. It say plain as day, a woman shall not teach in the church. It's plain as day. It ain't, you don't need no translation. You don't need to go to school. It's plain as day. Yeah, what precept I need about that? It's plain as day. And you still let a woman teach. Like, God damn. So like, you had to end up?
Say they can't teach it. Also, they say they can't speak in the church. Say you need something, go at your husband before you come in here.
Yeah, man, like it's not only you letting her you letting her speak, man. She about to, man, all the men in that church is about to be in hell. She gonna get them phone calls. Yeah, such and such been doing this and doing that. I keep telling him, and now she gonna get up on that pulpit and speak as if it's God telling her to say this. Yeah, y'all men need to start taking y'all women on dates 4 nights out the week. That's what God told me. And start giving your woman half your check. That's what God told me. And they're going to sit there and go crazy. And that idiot going to sit there like, God damn. All right, man. That's what God told her. You know what I mean? Stop going to play ball with the fellas and hanging with the brothers. Hang with your woman until she got to go to work. That's what God told me. And them dumb idiots going to be sitting in church like, while she going crazy, like, they going to be looking at each other like, can't believe this.
I knew we should have went the wrong way.
Right. I knew the Israelites is right. God damn it. It's too late. She about to get up there and she about to uplift the women and about to bash the goddamn men in that church. But I'll tell you one thing, it might fill up with more men because now that it's going to be a woman pastor and that big ass church is going to fill up with more women. And there's just gonna be more men in there. That's where the women, is going there looking for husbands. That's what every woman do. Hey, I need to find me a man. The first place they run to is the church. Every woman say they want a man of God. So the first place they run to is the church. And the men, no, man, all the whores is in the church. That's where I'm going. They looking to find a husband. Them niggas is looking to find a whore. And they know you're gonna get passed around. I seen something online earlier. A brother post was like, "Yo, it's funny for women to watch the Jeffrey Dahmer story and still go home with a stranger." And I was like, "God damn, that's some real stuff." They would watch it, post about it, be so scared, and then meet somebody in the club that's a total stranger and just go home with them. I mean, it's just. That's just how it is. So, like, you have your hand up in the car?
Yeah, kind of like I remember you were saying like a little second, couple minutes before you mentioned that they read the whole Bible. Like, I got a cousin that teach at Howard University, the minister among the other ministers there, and like we was talking. We don't really talk like that much. And I feel like it definitely been like a split, because one that family. They never really tried to bond with us because we wasn't Christian. But he realized he found out I was an Israelite. So we was talking, and he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yo, so." And
Salaki, can somebody hold Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha 32:17? Salaki, go ahead.
Yeah, so we was talking. And he pretty much, I was asking him like, "Hey, this whole liberal movement going on right now, can you actually I know you ain't, you family, nigga. I know you ain't with all that homo stuff,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So how you go about that, knowing that the scriptures say that homosexuality is against the Most High." Man, that he said that he can't even deem that as a sin. Like, he got to work around it because of the whole social construct of today's society. Homosexuality got to be, it has to be glorified. It's an act of bravery. But he like, man, I be wanting to teach the truth that you can, but I got to watch what I say. Like, since when priests gotta watch what they say when it comes to dealing with the people? You supposed to say the truth. That right there, I was like, yeah, cause
man, and what they don't realize is the people would love you more when you don't watch what you say. Right? They ain't looking for no, somebody that's gonna. That's why black people hate when they play Friday on BET. They hate that. What are they doing changing that? You know what I mean? I don't want to hear them replace, words with mother lover. It's like, what the hell is that? You better have my mother loving money. And the lips don't even match. Like, no, I want the authentic. Like, that's why YouTube keep banning us. Because they know, like, they ain't banning us because, hey, what you saying is so hateful and all. They know the people is going to catch wind of it and they're going to love it. They're going to love it. They're going to love it. And that's it. And they can't have that. Like, people like it more when you be straightforward to them. Of course, some people is going to rather you sugarcoat it and tell a lie to them. But what people don't realize is that you would get further with just being real. Like, you would just get further with being real. That's why all these pastors, at some point in time, they all fall. They get up there and lie and lie and lie. And you know what happened when enough of the people in the congregation come to them for help or start realizing stuff? Like, man, I ain't coming back there. This nigga's a fraud, man. Just like, what is it? Who is it? Joey Osteen, whatever his name is. Joe Osteen. When that COVID hit, man, he locked them doors fast as hell. And then when the COVID start going away, now they want to open their church and they want to start talking reckless now. Like the one devil who was talking about he going to blow away Corona, and he's sitting there, he blowing in the goddamn camera, standing on the pulpit talking about he blowing away Corona. Corona going now, nigga. Why you ain't do that when people was dying? Like, why you choose to do that now? Why your church was shut down, you was having online classes, and you was blowing in the goddamn phone or in the camera. Like, we literally the only place that didn't shut down. Like, it's who church is that? That's TD Jake's church, right? TD Jake's church is right next door. That Potter House or whatnot, that's his church. His church is right next door. Man, Nakar, no, it was days where they be playing them goddamn tamarines so loud. I'm teaching class and we can hear it through the walls. Like, I'm sitting here teaching class and they having service and it's so goddamn loud. You can hear it through the walls. But during COVID, they was closed. They was closed for a whole, 2 years? They was not open. Like, every day, we had classes Monday to Saturday. Every day we come here, you know, after class, you just walk by the church, it was closed. Right. Days they'd normally be open, TD Jake's church was closed, but they was online having service. We in here, we got the little thermometer or whatnots, you know, checking people's temperature, a little alcohol on your hand, mask on or whatnot. The show went on. We ain't shut down for nothing. Right. You know, we did not shut down for nothing. It was a few brothers that walked in the door that they called after was like, hey man, I had to get your number, man. I just tested positive for COVID. Maybe you want to get it. And I'm like, God damn it. Man, I dodged COVID like a million times. Like I dodged COVID a million times. I never caught it here, but I caught COVID. I think I caught it somewhere else or something. I don't know where I caught it at. I might have been at a club or something.
Yeah,
when I caught it.
I know a lot of us caught it at Houston.
Yeah.
Your daughter had it, and I think that's
my daughter. I ain't even matter of fact, yeah. My daughter daycare had it. I think that's how I got it, and I caught it afterwards. I didn't catch it in here. I would say to myself, like, yo, we was in Vegas, Houston, like every cookout, we was just everywhere. I was like, yo, I don't know how I didn't have it yet. I've been in the school or whatnot all the time. But meanwhile, a church right here, and it's like another Vietnamese church or something like that across the street, closed. We was the only building open on this block, which was crazy. But TD Jakes, open your church, say a prayer. First of all, somebody should have COVID, walk in there about to die, and you throw that little holy water on them, sprinkle it, you know, with the little 3 fingers where you splat, splat, you press their head back, and you should be going on with the service. You shutting down for what? Like, and up here, Upper Darby was different than Philadelphia. Like, the rules up here in Upper Darby, they was letting a lot of stores and stuff stay open. But Philly, even though this is Philly. They try to separate it, but it's Philly. I can walk right up to West Philly and it'd take me 3 minutes to walk to West Philly from here. But right there in Philly, everything was closed up here, stuff was still open. So we was allowed to be open because the mayor wasn't tripping. TD Jake's church was allowed to be open. They didn't get no order to shut down, and they still closed down. And it's like, come on, man. For what? Just pray like y'all always do. Y'all got YouTube videos where people is getting out of wheelchairs. People is getting out of wheelchairs. You can't, you mean to tell me a little COVID is stopping you? Come on, man. Who holding that scripture in Ecclesiasticus?
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 32, verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved.
This goes into what we was talking about earlier too, about how a brother would try to find an excuse not to come back because a sinful man would not be reproved. Reprove means correct. They won't be corrected. Read on.
But findeth
Hey, shalom,
an
y'all about you
excuse
to start.
according to his will.
But findeth an excuse according to his will. A sinful man is going to find an excuse according to his will. Still down and out. A sinful man is going to find an excuse according to his will. So whatever benefits him, he's just going to find an excuse. Like you could be sitting there saying the realest thing ever, breaking it down. A brother know what you're saying is right, but he can't give up tuna. He just can't give up tuna. I hear you, brother, but that tuna fish. Listen, y'all gonna hear some crazy stuff, man. You're gonna see brother sit in the class, and then you're gonna just not see him no more. You're gonna be like, you're gonna run into him one day somewhere and be like, damn, brother, what's going on? I ain't see you in a minute. Yeah, man, I ain't, this is what a brother told me one time. I was like, damn, brother, what's going on? I ain't see you. I ain't see you in a minute. What's going on? He was like, yeah, man, when I had came in, I ain't like how you patted my pockets, man. That was, it was kind of weird, man. I ain't, you patted my pockets, went down to my leg, and you tapped my sneakers. Man, I ain't had nothing on me. That kind of like threw me off. I was like, okay. Look down at his pocket. He got cigarettes. Okay, no sweat, brother. Just come back whenever you feel like it. Okay, all right, cool. Nigga, you smoking. Shut up. That's all. All you had to do is, hey, man, come on, man. You grabbing my leg, man. What you doing? I patted your pockets? Yes, nigga, I'm trying to save you from dying if you try something stupid. Nigga, that's all I'm trying to do. But I'm sitting there like, is he really telling me this? This nigga is really saying he was searched too hard. He ain't like it. Okay, next time you come, I'm going to, nigga, you taking your sneakers off. Next time you come, nigga, you taking your sneakers off, you shaking your hoodie out, everything, nigga. If that's what made you not come back, oh my God, come on, man. You should be happy. Dylan, we trying to, make sure ain't no Dylan Roos or nothing. You know how many people walk in here and be like, hey, I'm from the tribe of Benjamin. A word? They come sit in here. And then we start, I remember it happened one time. Somebody came to the door, said they was from the tribe of Benjamin. General walked right in, start teaching class, looked at him, and then just start going into him. General was just going into him. Like, yeah, because the Africans are stinking and they filthy. The Africans are so filthy. Let me tell you about these Africans. And we like, man, he going into the him. Like this was when the school was upstairs. He going into the Africans. African boy jumped up. I rebuke thee in the name of, now his accent came out. When he was at the door, he was, yeah, I'm from the tribe of Benjamin. Oh, all right, he come upstairs. I rebuke thee in the name of Jesus. You're like, I knew you was here. Get him the hell out of my classroom. He's like, God damn, he was about to get thrown. Listen, General Hodge jumped up, yoked him, was about to toss him down the step, caught himself. He was like, just walk down. He just walked him down out the step. Because it happens sometimes. Some people will walk up and be like, hey, yeah, I'm Levi. Oh, all right, cool. And then they might say something in class where you like, nah, something over there. Yeah, man, I mean, somebody told me to try fufu platter. I said, no. He in the audience like, he turns down the fufu platter. What? You like, that nigga ham, I got it. I think the brother had his hand up.
I'm just thinking, so I be catching them all the time. And I mean, that's about what they be saying, what they be, how they carry themselves, stuff like that.
Right. Look at the bottom of their feet or their hands. They hands be orange, bottom of their feet be orange for some reason. I mean, like, oh, you Benjamin, right? Let me see the bottom of your feet. Nah, nigga, get out. So like, why you turn him away? Man, his feet was orange, man. That's Ham. I know Ham when I see it. His feet was orange. That nigga feet was rock solid orange, man. That's Ham. I go ahead in the car.
Yeah, no, I see this challenge, right? A bunch of a bunch of Hebrews, you know what I mean, black and Hispanics. They was trying out fufu, and it was so hilarious because they was like everybody was like, yeah, we're trying to African food, and they ate the fufu. It was like. It was just like, it was like, yo, what the? All the Africans was mad. They colors came out. It was like, you cotton pickers, you a cotton and all that. I was like, it was like,
No, I was gonna say, so when you done this, water bottle, could you grab it?
Come right there.
They got juice in it. So
My
like,
cousin piggyback on the car and said, I see the same drum. When he said about the Hebrews, it was like, it's a car too. Like, Isupk was trying out food for the first time. We don't like, well,
yeah.
Around there, it was like, ooh, no,
Yeah, we don't want that. They over there making mosquito patties and all that. We don't want that. Gotta check their spirit, man. It happens, man. Now, let me see where we was at. Oh, this one. Come on. All right, most time Christ. The water. Shit. Let me see. Oh, Salaki from my. I'm still hallucinating a little bit. It's like, nah. Let me stop. But they be like, man, this nigga weak. This nigga can't take a pass, nigga. Now let's finish off the scripture where we was at.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 32, verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will.
Yeah, that's what a sinful man gonna do. He gonna find an excuse to keep doing what he want to do, and that's what we gotta remember when we in this truth, right? Because we all be zealous when we first come in, and we want all our family to make it and everything. Like we gotta tell them. Like, I mean, I was the brother at the family functions battling everybody because I wanted everybody to make it. I ain't give a damn. You know what I mean? But a sinful person is going to find a excuse, and that's what we have to realize, man. We have to realize that this ain't for everybody, man. Like, this is not for everybody ain't gonna make it. You'll be surprised, man. Like, you will tell your mom, your dad, your brothers and sisters, and it'll be so heartbreaking that they don't listen. And then you come into the school and be thankful, like, God damn, man, I done found, brothers who would do more for me than what they would have did. And it's like, all right, cool. It makes it better because everybody ain't going to accept it. Salaki, read it again.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 32, verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will.
Yeah, man, he's just going to find an excuse to do what he wants. And some people you're going to come across and talk to, you're going to realize, like, man, he making an excuse, man. That's it. Damn, man, what happened, man? Why I ain't see you in a minute? He about to give you an excuse. And you gonna know it's an excuse. You're gonna be like, all right, man, all right, cool. It's an excuse. You just want to keep sinning. That's all. I mean, you sat in class, they said something, that you couldn't do, and you just wasn't willing to fight to not do it. And one thing you understood was, damn, I can't sit amongst these men while I'm still doing this. But listen, when you first walk through these doors, man, and I say this all the time, when we say stuff like, hey, man, you can't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster or smoke and whatnot, that don't mean that when you leave here, it's your second day here. We're not saying when you leave here, if you smoke, you can't come back. It's a process. We understand that. We understand it's a process. We know it's going to take time, and you're going to gain something to help you fight that addiction that you never had, which is brotherhood, guidance, counsel. You never had that in the world. So you know smoking is going to kill you, but you just ain't strong enough to stop. You know sleeping with hoes is going to kill you, you just ain't strong enough to stop. So most people come in here, they hear us say, hey, you can't do this, and then they don't want to come back because they ain't strong enough to stop. We know. I say it all the time. You know how many brothers said in this class, super high, and I knew it? I never say, hey, man, you can't come back, and the next time you come back, you better not be high. No, I never said nothing. But when they walked in here finally sober, I was like, Most High Christ, he don't even know I peep it. This is first day sober in here. He don't even know I know it. He was high 100 times. I never said nothing. I know he fighting. And in his mind, I don't know he was high. And brothers always do that. Like a few years down the line, they be like, hey, Sir Salaki, you ain't know I was coming to your class high. I'd be like, I did know. I just didn't say nothing. Because I knew you was going to be who you are today. What the hell I'm going to tell you, get out? I ain't be like, damn, he keep coming to my class high. No, it's a fight getting here. It's a fight getting here. You made it here high. Most niggas can't even come here sober. You made it here high. My nigga, I knew you was high. I knew before you came, you stashed the L up the street, and then you left and went and got the L, sparked it up, walked to, you know what I mean, walk home and all that. I knew that. I knew before you came here. Man, listen, I remember one brother came. He was like, he came to the door, opened the door. I was like, hey, you know, it's protocol. You know, if you mind if I search you to make sure you ain't got no weapons? He was like, yeah. He had a bag, like a grocery bag. He was like, well, quick question. I got some tuna in here. I heard somebody say something about tuna. Can I bring this in here? I was like, nah, you can't bring that in here. He was like, all right, you know what? I'm about to go stash it under the car real quick. I'll be right back. I was like, all right, go ahead. He came back. He was like, look, no tuna. I was like, Most High Christ. All right, checked him, looked at the bag. He came to the class. When I was letting him out, he was like, damn, I hope my tuna was there. And he heard in class, you can't eat tuna. But he knew it was a fight. It was like, I ain't telling you, oh, nah, bro, you can't, don't go get that tuna. No, listen, keep coming. Eventually, it's a fight. You're going to know, we're going to show you how to fight that addiction. We don't want you to lie to yourself and say, hey, I'm not eating tuna. And the whole time you getting down on cigarettes, weed, tuna, hookah, all that. It's a fight. And that's what we understand. I didn't tell him, you bought tuna. Hey, next time you come, make sure you don't got no tuna. No. I know one day you're going to go to the market and be like, man, let me get this chicken salad instead of this tuna salad, man. I can hear them crazy niggas in my head now. Let me get that. I know it's going to do it one day. And then you're going to sit right in that chair and be like, remember when I first came here and had tuna? I bought chicken today. Most High Christ. Let's get that brother in hand. This brother bought chicken. Already know it's a fight. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like most people going to make excuses on why they don't come back. And you're going to know, man, it's a goddamn excuse that this brother is making. That's all. Some brothers is just going to come here and tell you, Salaki, I'm fighting. I need somebody to talk to. Who number I can get? Somebody need to answer their phone 3 a.m. I'm fighting. Okay, y'all. I heard y'all in class say no matter what time, pick up that phone and call, right? I'm calling somebody 4 a.m, my nigga, when I get that urge. No sweat. Give me somebody number. I'm putting y'all to the test. I hear y'all. Look, that's yeah, that's a fact. That's how it's supposed to be. I mean, some niggas would be like, "Oh, you gonna help me stop smoking? Say no more. Okay, I got you. I'm okay. You gonna get tired of me. I hope you know that." And then they still here. And then you got some niggas like, "Damn, I can't smoke. I ain't coming." Listen, hey, brother, I'm gonna come back to class when I stop smoking. How you gonna do that? You've been smoking all this time and you don't know how to stop. Why don't you just come and listen how to stop? No, look. This is my last week of cigarettes, and then I'm gonna come to class. I made a promise to myself. This is the last pack, and then I'm gonna finish this last one Friday, and then I'm gonna come to class Saturday. No sweat. Then you see him again 2 months later. This is my last one. It's like, now when I see you, what's up? ain't no need to talk to you. Yeah. Hey, I was just thinking about y'all. This my last one. All right, nigga, you've been saying that since 2016. Now, the next time I see you, hey, I'm gonna say it with you. This my last one. Yeah, I know. All right, cool. I'm gonna just say it with you. Come on, man. Don't be a simp. Come sit in here addicted to cigarettes and addicted to weed, all that, and just watch the miracles of Christ's work. I know it's a goddamn miracle because I'm sitting here, and I shouldn't be. What? That's why I hate when I'm with a brother and then I see somebody in the world that I ain't seen for years. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, man. Yo, this nigga was crazy, man. I tell you, I'll be sitting there like, come on, man, shut up. No, you don't know him how I know him. I know this nigga when he was this high and he used to do it, and I'll be like, come on, man. So it's a miracle. Niggas be like, damn, you is. Yeah, I'm here now. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. There's no way they would thought that I would stop. It's a miracle. You know what I mean? I was, doing all type of drugs, popping pills and everything. Niggas see me, I was 140 pounds back then. They see me now like, no, that's not him. What? Yo, this is Lil from the block. I'll be like, man, shut up. That's why when I see people in the road, I'll be like, I ain't even saying nothing to that nigga. He about to tell his brother how I was. So I can go in the car?
So like, sir, sister asked, can you eat codfish?
Mm-hmm. You can eat cod. Yes, you can. So what is us? 905. Okay, they ain't that. I thought I went over. Most of them crazy. All right, so it ain't no questions in the class, right? And no more questions online?
Nah, sir.
All right, so with that, pass the class off to priest and officer in the car. Don't worry. You ain't keep the Day of Atonement, man. Just know it's next year. Don't feel bad. I know it's, you know what I mean? You got some new people in this joint. Don't feel bad. I mean, it's always next year. I mean, just coming in. Yeah, come in and get some of this suffering. You know what I mean?
All right. This is ISUK security announcement. We are the ISUK set out of 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. We're from the brother and sister. When new brother and sister come to the school, they're all blessed for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will rank it at the 6 months. If a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Taj, which is a commandment. You can find us in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, 8 through 10. My Asherah means 10 in Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives, give it to the treasury department. Our priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, wherever amount you like. Upcoming holy convocations, you already know today was the closing of the Day of Atonement. All right. And you can find that in the book of Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, 27 verse to the 32nd verse. All right. Now the next feast is going to be this Sunday. All right.
That's gonna be the Feast of
Yeah,
Tabernacles.
the Feast of Tabernacles. All right. The 15th
That's-
day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
So it's the 15th day of the 7th month for 8 days. All right. So there's going to be from Sunday, this Sunday the 9th, all right, to Monday the 17th of October of this month. So from Sunday, we're going to meet up at every school, wherever the school is at. We're going to meet up at the school. So this Sunday, 7 o'clock p.m., we'll bring food, drinks, whatever you like, bring your family. All right, that's how we do it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this should be your first time coming to our holy day. So, you know, you'll get to experience how it is, you know what I mean, your culture. You know what I mean, we all come together as a family, bring food. We had the service up here. You know, we have food, drink, music, and all that. Families come together. So you can find us in the book of Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verses 34 through 44. All right. Boom, boom. All right. Aki and my Wafi, make sure you check the bulletin board in the hallway in the school. If any brother want to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. That I'm you understand. All right. I'm in Israel. We're going to get one quick salute. I'm in Israel. Amadu Shabbat. I'm Imagine. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat.
Y'all know the top? Play this music.